Hi, I'm Art Fireman and we are Projector Reviews TV. We're doing something a little different this time. We're comparing 3 different affordable projectors from Epson. We're going to see if we can make it easy for you to choose the right one. These 3 Epson 3 LCD projectors are priced from $599 to $799. For more details, I've created a longer version of this video too. Now, a touch of background. Epson is the world's largest projector manufacturer, and by a huge amount. Industry analysts put Epson as having 44% market share for North America as an example. So it's no surprise that they make far more projectors than anyone else. A quick look at their website shows 49 different models priced between $359, their least expensive, and $1,000. 12 of those are geared for the home market. I picked 3 affordable projectors to compare. One is the highly regarded and best-selling Home Cinema 2040, which received our Best in Class award last year. Considered Epson's least expensive home theater projector with a sticker price of $799. Then there is the even newer Home Cinema 1040 at the same price. Finally, I chose the HC740, which is $200 less at $599 and very similar to the HC1040 but lower resolution, although still high def. Now, normally home entertainment projectors are very bright and home theater ones not near as bright, but the Home Cinema 2040 isn't a whole lot less bright than these other 2. It may be home theater, but it can play in home entertainment environments which are brighter. Now, if you have a good room you can fully darken, at least at night, that means you have the type of room where the HC2040 excels. The others are geared for less friendly room environs. Here are the key factors that will help you make your decision: brightness, resolution, including overall sharpness and detail, color accuracy, performance, including handling dark scenes, streaming content, such as using streaming sticks, smartphones, and tablets, 3D, smooth motion, called CFI. Basics: the Home Cinema 2040 offers 2200 color and white lumens. The other 2 offer 3000 of those lumens. So, the HC2040 can also play in brighter rooms with ambient light. Just because your room is fairly bright, that doesn't eliminate the HC2040 from consideration. Now, all have equal numbers of color and white lumens, unlike most of the competition, which offer a lot less color than white lumens. It's critical to have as many color lumens as white ones if you want to cut through ambient light and still have a vibrant color image. The HC740 and HC1040 are home entertainment. They are about maximum lumens first for dealing with ambient light. They have plenty of features, including decent sound, but not as many as the HC2040. Take the HC740. This guy is 720p resolution, which is the lower of the 2 HD standards. 5 years ago, most LCD TVs were 720p. Now they are 1080p. And of course, now 4K is appearing. With the HC740, you are purchasing a projector very similar to the $200 more expensive 1040, just as bright but lower resolution. If you are buying a projector for the kids, or really never pay attention to that LCD TV you watch and your budget is tight, the Home Cinema 740 might be just right for you. It's one powerfully bright and vivid projector for under $600. But if detail and sharpness are at least fairly important to you, then spending the extra $200 for the HC1040 will make lots of sense. That's a pretty straightforward choice. If you do think that the HC1040 is the better choice for you, then you just have to figure out if it or the HC2040 works best for you at the same price. Color accuracy. Interestingly, no significant differences between these projectors. Epson has proved review after review that they provide, at the very least, some very good and pretty accurate color in one or more of their preset modes. I wouldn't give any of these 3 projectors an advantage over the other in this area. Picture quality on dark scenes. Most projectors, whether low cost or expensive ones, do a fine job on average or bright scenes. It's on the dark scenes that there are huge differences in projectors. Really, it's primarily the handling of dark scenes, black level performance, that separate high quality $2,500 to $10,000 projectors from these sub $1,000 models. Considering these 3 projectors, the HC740 and 1040 have dynamic irises to help out with the contrast and black levels, but so does the 2040, which starts with superior native contrast. The HC2040 is the real winner here. It does better dark scenes. When it comes to black levels, if you're buying a projector for sports viewing, you won't care. But for movie viewing, you certainly will. 2 of our 3 projectors support MHL for streaming content from the internet using streaming sticks like Roku or interfacing to smartphones and tablets. The 2 higher resolution projectors have an MHL supported HDMI input. However, if you are considering the HC740, you aren't completely out of luck. There are workarounds in the form of MHL adapters for some of those streaming devices. Also of note, MHL isn't needed to work with Apple TV, so no problem there. 3D. Now, I'm a huge fan of 3D, but I realize not everyone cares. 3D proved to be a bust on LCD TVs for all the right reasons. They are too small to get the awesome feeling of immersion that 3D on a large screen provides. So if you're with me and see watching 3D movies as a desirable feature, and there are tons of them out there, especially in action, fantasy, and children's movies, then your decision process is simplified because only the HC2040 of these three offers 3D. Lastly, of the key features is smooth motion. Its formal term is creative frame interpolation. It is the creation of more frames of the content to smooth out motion. If you're big on sports, CFI is a real plus. It's fine on most HD TV too, but that's a personal preference. In general, it's not used for movies because it changes the feel of the movie's cinema photography. Even in my reviews of more expensive projectors, I do say that CFI is a nice feature, but not a critical one. Since the HC2040 is the only one to support CFI, if you want that feature, that's going to be your best choice. Let's talk eco. When it comes to other things, why settle for a small LCD TV? Projectors are typically less expensive to run per square foot of picture size. Lamps typically last for many years. At 20 hours a week, you'll get 5 or 6 years typically, and with a cost these days of under $100, it's no longer a significant factor. Another topic, Epson projectors have pretty great warranties. 2 years parts and labor on all three models, but better still, if there's a warranty issue, you call them up and they will replace that projector with another, normally in 2 business days. No sending yours out waiting weeks for a repair, and they pay all the freight. So to summarize, want a basic, very affordable, very bright projector that can work in some less than desirable rooms, be hauled outside for movie nights, and in general, what you are craving most is that big screen feel, then the HC740 is your entry-level projector and a good overall value. The operative term is entry-level. Don't worry, it will wow the average LCD TV owner, thanks to the large screen sizes. Let's say though that you don't have a problem with spending the extra couple $100. Which to choose? It really comes down to this. If you just want the muscle of the big screen experience and your room is challenging in terms of ambient light, definitely go for the Home Cinema 1040. It puts up a beautifully bright image with great color. The extra roughly 35% more brightness can make a difference compared to the Home Cinema 2040, especially if you're going to point it at a wall instead of using a screen. If you're a budding enthusiast or a movie fanatic and do care about dark scenes being richer with more pop, or if you are a sports fan that will appreciate the smooth motion that makes it easier to follow a hockey puck, a field goal kick, or a tennis match, then the Home Cinema 2040 is for you. Or maybe you just want 3D. You are giving up some brightness, but not a huge amount, in exchange for the improved picture and the smooth motion. Thus, from a popularity standpoint, the Home Cinema 2040 will win the most followers. The lower cost Home Cinema 740 will be extremely popular as well. The HC1040 is a powerful projector, but for most, the Home Cinema 2040's feature set will win out over the extra lumens. That's my 2 cents, and I'm sticking to them. I'm Art Fireman, and we are Projector Reviews TV.